Flop, flop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is.
Where's the beef?
Give yourself a round of applause.
Round of applause. Hi there. Welcome to this week's episode of Ad Nauseam. I am Scott.
And I'm Chad.
And we're here at Ad Nauseam Studios at Hero Smith in Denver, Colorado.
Heck yeah, we are.
It's getting a little cold out, so it's nice to be inside.
It is, even though we're inside of like a cold vault.
It is a cold vault, a little bit, but like we're all bundled up. It doesn't matter. It's Denver. Like,
we're used to this. We're used to this stuff.
I've been here for 6 months. I'm totally used to it.
Yeah, how you doing with it, man? You've been.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, you do.
I'm originally from Kansas, which is not a brag, but you get shit weather there, and at least it's nice looking weather here, and you have mountains and stuff to look at, unlike Kansas. So no, it's great. Denver's just a top-notch city.
Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Coming from LA, it can be a little bit of a culture shock. We don't kind of have
a little bit, because like I was telling you, I'm not a guy who had to look at the weather and check on the weather for 4 years of my life.
True.
And now I just wake up and it's 3 inches of snow outside.
You're like, what? Wait, huh? Where did I move to?
Right, exactly.
Awesome.
And so yeah, we got a good group of a lot of eclectic commercials in this one. We've got a drug ad. We've got a progressive ad that is kind of like shot like a movie kind of thing. We have, what was the third one we have?
The cologne.
The cologne, right? Chad and I were talking about this earlier about how like if you have a cologne or a perfume commercial and it makes sense, it's fucking garbage.
Yeah, it's not doing its job. They're designed to confuse, apparently.
Right? So like, okay, so actually I'll say this. I am not an ad guy, but Chad is. And so like when you see stuff like that, are they just trying to be creative and like out of the box to where only a handful of people can understand what they're trying to say? Like, what is the point?
That's a really good question. I will admit that there's
probably
not
haven't worked on too many perfume and cologne ads.
Yeah, true. But I bet there's not a lot of. I think it's all just about getting attention.
Right.
Just like about like making you stop from turning that channel and be like, wait, what's Johnny Depp doing?
No, totally. And like the Charlize Theron one doesn't really make any sense.
No.
But it's just this is the one where Johnny Depp basically buries all of his jewelry and it's just
I don't get it. I can't wait to get to it.
I feel like they're going for like this pretentious feel or something like that. But I
think it's almost like Dadaism, that movement in art that was just like complete absurdity.
Oh yeah, probably,
I think it's just like
why not?
Why not?
Why not
got
be
a
absurd?
Star. They don't really want to do a lot of acting for a commercial. They feel like it's beneath them.
Right.
Let's just have them stand in random places and then whisper off track
because they don't want to be funny. They want to be seen as like innovators and trendsetters, and even like the Dadaism absurdity. That kind of is what they're doing.
Yeah, totally.
Well, we haven't even got to that commercial. I think the first one we have is the drug commercial for Vascepa. These are always wild because they can go multiple different ways.
Right.
I feel like they just try and distract you from all the side effects that they have to fucking announce, right?
Yeah, totally. It's like this scrolling list going by like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. I can't even remember what Vascepa's for, but we'll figure it out. We'll roll with this one.
Let's do it. This is a fun one. Did I hit the button?
I think you did.
If you have risk factors like heart disease, diabetes,
oh yeah, get it, Grandpa.
Vascepa can give you something to celebrate.
Great song though.
Oh,
I like this song
for sure.
Is clinically
classic.
Provide 25% lower risk from heart
Go-Go's, is it?
I think so. I was trying to think of who did this.
Remember Bangles? I don't know.
Only FDA approved. Celebrate less risk, even for those with family history. Don't take Vascepa if you are or become allergic to icosapent ethyl.
The Go-Go's. Nice work, Chad.
Damn. Hell yeah, I got my 80s trivia.
Right.
80s music trivia on point.
So if you're not watching this commercial, you're just listening to it on iTunes, I'll explain what's happening. They're basically just going over everything we just talked about, like the side effects, who needs this, and then it's just a whole bunch of idiot actors dancing like jackasses, right?
Yeah.
That's basically the gist.
Speaking of actors who've given up all hope.
I know. This drives me insane, mainly because I've voiced my opinion on actors before, and it's like it's a weird love-hate relationship because I love that they have no problem just making themselves look like idiots all the time.
Seems to be part of the job.
Right. I know I'm not a good actor, but like if I was told to do that, where basically they're just like, okay, dance like idiots, have a smile on your face,
right?
And that's going to be the commercial. I think I would leave. That's not that's not a direction.
Yes. This commercial is secretly entitled "The 14 Actors We Could Get to who did not have a soul or any vanity left
They
in
need
them."
this. I get that, and they're smiling because they're getting paid for once.
Right.
But the thing is, like, this isn't really just a commercial. It's just like this hooey kind of nonsense nonsense. We're like, we'll have them dance. We'll say the things. It'll be a minute long or something like that.
I gotta be honest. I have no idea what it's for either.
Nope, I don't either.
Like I know it's
I've watched it 3 times.
I think it's with your heart. I think it's a heart.
Yeah, well, they were
drug.
holding a heart, but I couldn't tell you who's for because the age range was all over the place.
Right,
A lot of old people, but then there's some young guy in there too.
Yeah.
And so it's just
Token young guy.
Token young guy. So there's a few levels of happy that I do not believe in.
Yeah.
One level of happy is improv troop happy.
Oh, God, yes.
Those fucking chuckleheads.
Yeah.
Then I don't believe in game show happy because
fake.
all those celebrities are acting like they give a shit about
Yes.
these people in this stupid game.
really
And then also like kind of like a commercial happy, but mostly like Olive Garden commercial people happy.
Ooh, bread sticks.
Right.
Ah.
Everybody's talking at the same time, yet we're still laughing and we're very
Right.
diverse. And it's just like this is like one of those. I can't
Totally.
believe in their happiness. I can't.
Right,
And when
yeah.
you're pitching this much happy to me, I feel like you're selling me something that's gonna kill me.
Like these are like pills designed for horses or something. You know, you kind of like
The death toll is very high for humans because they're made for horses.
Right. That's what it said in the fine print. I know you guys on iTunes couldn't see that, but yeah, something actually made for horses, I think was one of the lines. But yeah, it's pretty scary. It's a weird commercial because they're just dancing in a sea of like white, you know.
Yeah, it's got little
space,
Hollywood squares that are like in these different like kind of
Right.
modules, and it's
they're cooking and dancing.
it's
they're
distracting.
singing and dancing. It's very odd. And none of these people, you know, they really should be, you know, find better acting jobs. I'm sorry. I know you're desperate, and I apologize to any of you as individuals. I know it's hard out there, but my goodness,
I'm with
have
you
some
too.
dignity.
Have some goddamn dignity. It is tough to be an actor. I will give them that because like I know so many people that I think are really talented actors, and they stick with it and they're in LA forever, and they have some fucking resolve. So I'll give them that.
Totally.
But in this commercial, I hate them all.
Yeah, well, I will say that you know older actors don't get enough roles, and,
true.
and this was designed for them. I guess maybe maybe they're not upset. Maybe they really are happy because this is probably the number one type of roles.
Right.
Really older actors, you know, because Hollywood's so damn vapid.
I feel like I feel like I've recognized, since I've watched so many commercials and I do this podcast, I feel like I've recognized a whole bunch of people from commercials. So like once you get like a commercial agent, which is a real thing, you could probably make some pretty good money.
Sure. Oh yeah.
But like in this commercial was like one of 15 dancing assholes.
Totally.
Like so you're dancing asshole 7.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, weird commercial, and I feel like it was just distracting us because of all the terrible things that could happen once you do take Vascepa.
Almost all those drug commercials are all designed just to distract you from you may commit suicide, you may have anal bleeding, you may have
and then death is also one of those things. So let's move on to the next commercial.
All right.
I think
I
this
like
is the
this
Geico
one.
one. Or sorry, I keep saying Geico, progressive commercial, because like they don't do bad commercials.
No, they're not too bad.
But then, like with this one, it's just shot so differently. It's like almost like the end of a movie, you know? Because like they have the credits, they have the soundtrack, and like just go ahead and play. This one's called The End. It's a progressive one.
Ooh.
The End.
Another bundle in the books.
Gotta hand it to you, Jamie. Your knowledge of Victorian architecture really paid off this time.
Just got lucky. So do the Thompsons. That faulty wiring could cost them a lot more than the mudroom.
Thankfully, they bundled their motorcycle with their home and auto.
Bundle Overdrive 3.
What do you say? One more game of backgammon?
Not on your life.
So I like it.
I gotta give him credit.
Yeah.
That, like at least they're making fun of like the every
it's like Fast and
action
Furious
movie.
kind of movies, but it's also
Totally.
it's got like almost like the end of it with the Kenny Loggins kind of song
Yes,
coming in.
totally.
It's got the credits going down. It's got like the italicized fucking title and everything.
Yeah.
This one always made me laugh, but it's almost like it's a Mad Libs. Like that's how they wrote the script for it. The Victorian architecture.
True.
He's on a fucking a Ducati. She's in like a sports car.
Totally.
One
They're
more
out
game,
of ideas.
Yeah,
up in there.
one more game of backgammon? Not
Right.
on your life. Like,
Right.
what does that mean?
Totally.
And like personally, am I supposed to know that they always spend Thanksgiving at the Thompsons? I feel like this is like for like the deep cut, really like hardcore progressive
You're a hardcore
commercial.
Flow fan here. You know, this is really one. Maybe it was written by the Flow fan club. That's hard
Could've
to
been.
say.
And
They gave a Mad Lib out. And there was a contest.
Like enter a noun here,
Right.
enter an object.
Yes.
And so yeah, it just kind of felt very Mad Libsy, but but it works.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I've seen it so many times, but I still kind of chuckle at it at the time, like with their big high five at the end.
Totally.
Delightful.
I know. It's so, I got to give them credit because, you'll get on our side if you make fun of something.
Absolutely.
And they're totally making fun of those action movies and the corny endings with the high five and the freeze frame.
Perfect
and the whole
parody, I
thing.
think, of like the end of one of those movies. Like the sun setting is perfect.
The mansion.
They're going to a huge mansion.
Yeah.
No, it's a good one. I feel like we need some of these every now and then because we don't want to be too negative.
No.
Even though I love being negative. Big fan.
Right.
So yeah, I liked all the. I even remember one time I like paused and like while the credits were going down, I was reading the credits.
Man,
that's how
they
invested.
did their job. They
really
got
did.
us. They got us, man.
They got us.
Sucked us in.
They had weird characters that you don't even see.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah,
Super
Progressive,
bizarre.
Another good commercial by Progressive.
Yeah.
Not
those bastards.
surprised.
What's the deal with the guy though? You notice they're like working this Jamie guy.
They have a lot more characters now.
Yeah, they're adding more in. Are they in
think
like contract negotiations with Flo? Or
I don't know.
something?
I don't know because
You
like
guys can't lose Flo.
she's like she's kind of the king dingaling of that, and then everyone else is kind of like, but like think of like
little
Jamie's
minions.
like he's 1A at this point.
I know.
the blonde kid.
Are they angling for some contract negotiations?
Maybe.
Some leverage, trying to get a little.
There's been another commercial I saw where there's like 4 or 5 of them.
Wow.
And so yeah, it's just
They went
got
from 4 or 5 Flows.
Yeah.
The same actress in the same commercial,
Yeah.
playing different roles.
They got a whole troupe
to
now.
they've got a whole gang.
I bet they're all improv people too. They're improv happy.
True. Yeah, probably.
And by the way, like
Throw out a premise.
I feel like this would be a tough, speaking about actors again. If you basically go into Hollywood and you want to be an actor, but then you get kind of land this role, I wonder if some people turn those down because they're like, oh, I don't want to be a Flo. I want to be actually in TV shows and movies. But they know it's a paycheck. They know it. I'm like, she's a gazillionaire at this point.
Oh, God, Flo is so rich.
Even the fucking Jamie guy, he's probably so much money.
Doing well.
And so, I wonder that would be a tough decision.
It is. And the thing is the way they get you is like usually, you're super
Guaranteed
poor
money.
and dying.
Right, you live in West Hollywood with 4 roommates and you hate every single one of them.
6 bags of ramen this week. I'm taking the fucking Geico commercial or whatever,
And so it's just another proof that it's not easy being an actor, even though I shit on them all the time. It's fucking not easy.
It is difficult. But
I think,
but I feel like, do you think like, whoever Flo really is, whatever her name is, she has to go back in her mind and be like, oh, what if I hadn't taken it?
Yeah.
Would I have, gotten a role on, whatever?
So I actually, obviously because these commercials have been around for so long, I think it was like 5 years ago. For some reason, I was watching that. Remember that movie, Aaron Brockovich with Julia Roberts?
Oh, yeah, sure. Good movie.
She was in that.
No
she was
kidding.
like bit part. She was like
What?
she babysat Julia Roberts' kid or Aaron Brockovich's kid.
Okay.
And it's just a quick part. She has a line or two, and then I'm like, holy fuck, that's Flo. So I'm sure she's been in a lot of stuff. Maybe not a lot of stuff, but like she's been in a movie, like pretty good movie.
Hey, yeah, that's a pretty decent
all over
movie.
the place.
So good for Flo.
Yeah,
I'm glad to
she's
see
killing
she's
it.
still getting work because like you said, anybody that sees her now, I think they're just gonna think Flo.
And I get that. It's I'm sure there's part of that where it's cool to be recognized, but also like stop calling me Flo. I know I'm Flo.
Right. And she has a mansion in Beverly Hills
100%.
that's
Absolutely.
making it feel a lot better about her career. Not going the
It's not necessarily
not going
woe
the
is
method
me.
acting route, right?
Yeah. You're Flo.
So what's my motivation with this insurance?
You're way
today?
more rememberable than like you remember the actor named he's not dead. I don't know why I said remember. Like there's this guy named Billy Crudup.
Yes.
He was in Almost Famous. He was the lead singer. He's been in a million things, but I forget what he looks like all the time. I know he's been in a shitload of stuff.
Right.
But like I'll
Just has one of
recognize
those
Flo
faces.
way more than Billy
Right,
Crudup.
true.
I'm sorry, Bill, but like I call him Bill. We're
Your
pretty tight. We're
buds,
pretty
yeah.
tight. Yeah.
Your boys.
So yeah,
for
what's
sure.
our third commercial? Oh yeah,
this
here we
is-
go.
this is our
I had to
favorite
do this one
yeah.
third, even though
See, we gave you a nice Flo one that we sort of kind of liked, so we could talk about this.
And Johnny Depp is a fucking mess. But also, let me get this out. It's been very actor-centric on this. I like it when actors don't act like normal people. I don't want him to be normal. I don't want Shia LaBeouf to be normal.
Yeah.
I want them to be a little bit kooky. And so I like Johnny Depp and his kookiness.
I think for him, this is pretty on brand.
100% on brand. And so it's just the commercial that we're probably going to shit on.
Yes, exactly.
Not necessarily him.
All right, let's dive in. I can't wait.
Yeah. This is for Dior Sauvage or some shit.
I'm hoping you would pronounce
It's
it.
a long one.
It is kind of long.
I always forget that he's a guitarist.
Is he really though? I wasn't sure.
So
does he play? Does he have a
I've seen him play
actor
guitar
band?
one time. And
Really?
he was playing with it was like a mashup. It was like the guy from Mumford and Sons, and then like some very famous, I don't know, fucking guitarist, and then he was like playing bass in the background. You're like, is that fucking Johnny Depp?
Nice.
So I feel like he's like trying to be not just an actor.
Totally.
Yeah, so if you're not watching it, basically he bails on LA. He starts driving into the desert. He sees a buffalo walking down the highway.
He spins out, pulls
Yep.
over,
Now
grabs
he's got
a
a-
shovel.
He's in the middle of the nowhere with a shovel.
I don't know about you guys. I'm following. This is making a lot of sense.
Oh, he's got a coyote on top of his fucking car now. Or a wolf, I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Doesn't know how to shovel, right?
Something I can't see.
Now he's just getting rid of all of his jewelry into a hole.
I can feel it.
And the sun is setting on him now. And we're about to see a shitload of eyeliner. Sorry, guy-liner, I should say.
Guy liner. And maybe like a salty tear? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
something like
know.
that.
It's kind of.
It's hot out there, man.
Yeah.
So this was just like one of those where it just makes no sense. It's pretentious as shit.
Oh my God. Thank you for saying it. So
but,
pretentious.
Yeah, and they all are, but they weirdly make you stop and watch.
Yeah.
It's a kind of like a car crash watch, but you're like, what is happening?
Right. Yeah. It's
So,
so bizarre
They
because
get
like,
eyeballs, I should say.
I guess they do. I guess it's, maybe we're just, because you don't see Johnny Depp every day on TV.
Sure. Yeah.
And I think that's why the commercial ultimately works in the sense that you, a guy who's
Right.
probably not going to buy this
Definitely not.
cologne, stopped and watched it.
So let's say you're the head of Dior Sauvage campaign,
Right.
and this is just the commercial you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much are you? This is like a 1 minute commercial. I'm sure it gets chopped up into a 30-second commercial. Whatever.
Sure.
How much do you think they're paying Johnny Depp for this
Oh my
one commercial?
God, they're paying him so much money.
Are we talking
it's all
like
about just his
$5
brand.
million?
Oh, easily.
Really?
I'd say probably more. Because if you think about it,
I mean, he's a huge star.
he's a
beyond
huge star.
A-list.
Yeah, he's like A-list. Like
He's not Billy
for
Crudup.
20 years.
Everyone
Yeah,
recognizes
right.
him.
Yeah. He's like 20 years into being A-list. Probably
Yeah.
30.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
God, I feel like Johnny
He's been
Depp
around
was
for
around
fucking
when
ever.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're dropping mad cash, and that's the only reason he's doing it. He's in
course.
financial trouble, right?
I feel like I would be, by the way, if I was a Hollywood actor. I'd be poor and broke so many different times.
Oh my God! He was notorious for just doing like crazy shit with his money,
And that's what I love. I don't want stars to be like
us.
us, I want
Totally.
them to be nuts and lose their money.
He's a legit movie star. There's
Absolutely.
great actors,
100%.
and there's movie stars. There's a big difference, you
See,
know.
my dad taught me that, growing up, because what was the movie? I can't remember what the movie was. It was like from the 70s. Had a British actor called like Year One or 1 year or something like that. To where like
sure.
they're talking to this actor. He's an actor playing an actor, right?
Oh, okay, right.
And so I think it's I can look it up later. But basically, someone calls this actor an actor, and he's like, "Excuse me, I'm a movie star." And so I had to learn that there is a bit of a difference.
There it is. I mean,
Like Daniel Day-Lewis, actor.
Right.
Johnny Depp, fucking movie
Movie star all day.
Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, total movie star.
Some people are both. Like I'd
feel
say
like there could
Brad
be.
Pitt, maybe Matthew McConaughey.
I feel like there is
Even though he's
a
made
middle ground. for
Right.
that.
Yeah, well, I feel like you can be like a movie star and still be a really great actor.
Yeah.
Usually you
Absolutely.
don't always associate like movie star with great actor, like good, serviceable,
Right.
but really a pretty face and a charisma.
For sure.
The Bruce Willis, who's like Bruce Willis in every movie.
He's Bruce Willis.
Right. He's got the cocky attitude.
Vin Diesel is always Vin Diesel.
Exactly.
So-
Rock is always the
always
Rock,
The
so
Rock.
on and so forth.
So yeah, it's one of those things with a commercial like this. They have to throw him a pile of money because
wouldn't do it.
it's like what? Oh, is it a week of work? How long would a commercial
Oh,
take?
easily. This is like 2 days, maybe
2 days.
one, maybe one
He's
day.
cashing that
with him.
check and he's going right back home.
Yeah, it's probably 1 day with him, to be honest with you. And then they shot all the scenes in the car where you can't see Johnny
Right.
Depp, without him.
Also,
there.
that's true. Shit, yeah. So he has to be there for like 15% of this.
Totally.
Basically the zoom-ins and him digging a grave for his jewelry.
Exactly. The salty tear
Right.
through his eyeliner, his guyliner, as you call
That
it.
was a lot of guy liner.
That was.
That was like Green Day
And it was kind
level
of
of guy liner.
and it was kind of like I don't know. I mean, I've never really looked that close at a dude's eyeliner before.
Hey, you
but
gotta get in there,
But,
bro. You
but
gotta get in
it's
there.
like it looked a little like like it was worn a couple days.
Right,
Like
yeah.
Drank a few and
Absolutely.
passed out, woke up, still had the guy.
He is like wasn't he like tight with Hunter S. Thompson? He probably had a little Hunter S. Thompson moment going there where he's on some drugs.
Yeah, I was gonna say this seems like
Hunter S. Thompson wrote it.
Yeah, or like some bad peyote trip that Johnny Depp has. Like, all right, I'll do your commercial. If
he just draws pictures like while he's high on peyote. They're like, what the fuck? Where did this wolf come from?
Yeah.
Why is the buffalo going down the fucking highway?
The buffalo makes no sense, but he sees it as a sign. He's like, if you're tripping on shrooms or peyote or something, you driving down the road like Johnny Depp is wont to do apparently.
Right.
You see a buffalo, you fucking slam on your brakes and you go in the desert and bury your jewelry.
Yeah, pretty much. On the items I need for this commercial list, I had to get a fucking buffalo and a coyote.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, at least they shot in the desert, so very low cost location there.
It's like I said, it turned my head. I think it does that for most people, so they're doing it.
That's all. Sadly, we live in a world where, like, I remember when I was growing up, people actually sort of were forced to watch commercials.
Yeah,
so now it's like, you want to make a commercial that's so interesting that people like look it up. Right. You know what I mean? Because otherwise they're not going to see it.
Nope.
So that's what they're doing.
So that's all we have for the normal kind of segment of the show. But now we have a back in the day that I used to do this thing. I need to bring this back. I used to have this thing called POS PSAs. And this kind of falls into that category. Yeah. So I feel like I'll have a POS PSA graphic one of these days. But it's like, I watched this and I didn't remember it, but it's got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in it, and I was all for it.
Oh, me too. When I saw this is what we were doing,
it's like a PSA for marijuana.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. All right, here you go.
Turtle tips.
All right, is it going? All right, maybe not. Oh yeah,
these old ones are so grainy.
I forgot to do. Yeah.
Hey, Joey, I got some stuff you just gotta try.
Gotta try it, man.
Pot, marijuana. Well, I don't know. What, chicken? Joey's in a jam. What should he do?
Enter the turtles.
Excellent. Get a pizza. Get real. You got it. Let's see if Joey.
They're really scared for this kid.
Totally.
You're a turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed him.
Okay, I get that it's a PSA for like not starting with marijuana. These kids are way too young.
I know that kid was like what, like 9?
Also, they're confusing he's so much shorter than the bully.
Yeah, right.
They're also confusing a bully with a drug dealer. No drug dealer like peddles weed like that.
All the drug dealers I ever worked with were super cool.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're laid back.
They're late as fuck.
You gotta go
never
to them
are on time, right? But
I thought this kid was gonna get his ass kicked because he didn't want a blunt. Like you're selling this to a third grader. I get that they're trying to get him young, but this is a little too young.
This is not realistic. And I think they were just like, maybe they were just like picking like, oh, what age of kids likes Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
That's true.
And they're trying to plant that seed of how evil the evil weed is.
Yeah. I feel like this
and the kiddos' minds,
Marijuana?
I love how he says it. Yeah, pot, marijuana.
Also, he knows how to he knows how to roll some good joints. Like those things are tight.
Nice. I do not roll joints that well.
No, I've never
my
done
joints
it.
are way shittier than that.
Sloppy as hell.
Yeah.
So,
those weren't rolling machine joints either. Those were like by hand.
Looked real deal.
Where'd it go? Where is this kid now?
Right.
He's in prison.
He got marijuana.
Yeah.
It's so great because like I feel if there is any truth to this kid, like if he had the bully vibe, right?
Yeah, totally.
And so the kid calls him a fucking turkey, and then kind of slams past him.
That's not happening.
In real world, he's getting his little head slammed back into the fucking locker, and then probably spit on.
Yeah, exactly. What'd you call me?
Yeah,
bam.
No, first of all, I feel like everyone has had a moment in grade school, like no one's big in grade school, right?
Right.
And so I'm not talking that shit to that kid.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
not. I'll probably be like, yeah, sure, I'll take a marijuana cigarette. Just get away from me, man.
How much, sir? Just get away.
I'm just so scared right now.
I don't know what to do with it because I'm in 3rd grade or whatever, but what the fuck?
I mean, good on that kid for having major balls, but I wasn't doing that.
I mean, it was turtle power, dude.
It was totally
turtle power somehow infused into his brain, and he was able to resist the evil marijuana.
I like how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had to like be the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, and get a pizza. I'm like, we get it, guys. You love pizza. You're fucking turtles.
And what's with the other like flash away to other kids watching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and talking about the other kids?
Where are we?
I don't understand.
Do they know this kid?
Yeah, I know.
And how? Like, by the way, this is probably like from like 1989. Sure. They're not interacting with a fucking cartoon through a TV on a roller stand. That's insane.
Yeah.
This technology did not exist.
Exactly. Now we can Zoom with the turtles.
I would love to Zoom with some turtles. That means we're gonna do peyote with Johnny Depp.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Zoom with turtles.
And Zoom with Turtles.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, good stuff.
That's it for me. You
That was
good?
awesome. Yeah, it was a great. I think you picked some amazing commercials.
I mean, like you, it's fun because like when you look for these, I know when you look for your producer pick, you kind of have that like, oh, I forgot about this one.
Yes.
And then you're like, I gotta use it.
Yeah.
And so like that's mostly what happens.
That was
with
Cars
these.
for Kids for me. I was just like,
1, 8,
yeah. I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna looking around.
Right.
Wasn't there a weird like UPS? I'm like, no, Cars for Kids.
It was perfect. So yeah, follow us on social media. If you guys ever have or want to request, maybe do like a late night request, email us, and we will definitely get it in. We will definitely try. If we haven't done it yet, we'll gladly take some viewer requests. I guess
That would be awesome. Yeah, commercials you love, commercials you hate.
100%.
Either way,
we
let
didn't
us
hate
know.
all of them today.
No, see, we're
getting better.
true to our art form.
That's
man.
right. This is an
a
art
real
form.
critique here. Pretty soon we're gonna start giving out awards.
I can't wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Ooh, we should do that.
Maybe we should do that. Well, that's all I have.
That's
Until
it for
next
me.
week. Bye, guys.